What is good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Forrest Ripperton, and today I was sitting down thinking, like, I know I mentioned in one of my videos, like certain fashion YouTubes that you could watch, but this video, I was like, I need to make this specific video just like a separate video, just in case somebody didn't watch my long podcast style videos and they didn't catch the people that I watch and stuff like that. I was like, let me make a separate video so I can kind of give people my favorite, like four. I think it's four. Yeah, these are the four that came to the top of my head. I had to write them down so I don't fucking forget. But I have like four YouTubers that you can watch if you really want to learn a little bit more about fashion. They actually go in depth on certain designers and brands and breaking down fashion runways and stuff like that. So if you wanted to kind of dig a little bit deeper than just the surface level of like wearing clothes and stuff like that, these four these four YouTubes I feel like would be perfect for you, just like entry level. And if I feel like once you start watching these channels and watching these people talk about all this stuff, YouTube will kind of feed you, the algorithm will kind of like feed you other YouTubers that kind of do the same thing. And that's how I kind of found some of these specific YouTubers. So let's get right to the point. This first person is Fashion Roadman, and I've been watching him for a while, and he's like a fashion journalist type shit, you know what I'm saying? So he goes over different controversies in the fashion world. He goes over fucking just damn near anything. Like when it comes to, he has like a video that talks about the drama and chaos of 90s runway. Like he talks about shit like that where he goes in depth on like past shit, and also it's like how to learn about fashion design and how to become a fashion journalist and things like that. He also has an interview with I think Walter Van Berendock, if I'm not mistaken, and I kind of have it on my TV to kind of give y'all a better what's name. Like he has a video, I mean this is 2 years ago, but he has a video where it's like why the Balenciaga Zen sneaker is a complete scam. Like he talks about different stuff like that. He has Who is Raquel Kubo, like he has videos like this, What is Fashion Week, and he explains it in depth. Like he doesn't just give like a small description of something. He like goes in depth and gives his opinions, and also he gets on like YouTube live stream and shit like that and talks with other people that he knows who does the same thing as him or has different ideologies about a certain topic or just the fashion world. So I really feel like he's really a good person to watch. And then second on this list is another like fashion blogger, fashion I wouldn't say critic, but his name is Bliss Foster. So Bliss Foster, I really feel like, I love Bliss Foster's channel because he has like so much personality to himself, and you can tell that the things that he's talking about, he really cares about and really feels a way about it and has an opinion about it. He has like a whole Margiela series where he just breaks down every runway ever created by Margiela, where you can literally, they're like hour-long videos where you can sit down and he's explaining them like head to toe of everything, bro. Like when I say Bliss Foster is, you have to go to Bliss Foster's page and just watch it yourself to kind of get what I'm saying. You can tell he's super passionate about this shit. He goes to different countries and shit like that and he sneaks into fucking fashion. I don't think he sneaks into them, but he gets into fashion shows where he's interviewing the designers and models and talking to people. Yeah, I just really fuck with Bliss Foster. I'm about to go to it real fast on YouTube so I can kind of give y'all like a gist of some of the titles, some of the YouTube titles that he have. Let me go to this real fast. Yeah, so he actually just dropped a video today, 5 hours ago. It says, why is the fashion industry obsessed with wearing black? See, just shit like that. It's like things that you might think about, but you never, it kind of like goes over your head or something like that. So that question is something that I low-key want to know now. It's like, why is the fashion industry obsessed with wearing all black? It's like, that's something that in the fashion industry you see a lot from designers, like years of just them doing a lot of technical work with just black fabrics and black everything. And that is something that I'm actually curious about. I'm definitely gonna watch that after I get off this video. But yeah, the strong shoulder pad, is it back? 2022. Fashion's unhealthy obsession with body image, inside Margiela after party show, high fashion condoms. Like he has a lot of good videos, and they're good lengthy videos, 15 minutes or more, where you can sit down and actually like watch it and be consumed in it and understand what he's talking about and shit like that. You can take notes from it and learn from these things. Now, the third one out of the 4 YouTube channels is Threaducation. Threaducation just goes over the history of different designers and different brands. So the history of Marni, the story of Demna, the history of Issey Miyake, the history of Rude. I love this channel because they go into depth on a lot of designers that I fuck with. I have no idea where they get this information from. I guess they just do like a lot of research and reading books and watching a lot of videos, or they know somebody that could give them the spill on certain shit, but they definitely go into depth on like the story from beginning to end of how somebody became something. So like they have like the Pharrell story where he describes how Pharrell did certain things with NERD and did it with BBC and Nigo and all of that stuff. The history of Comme des Garçons, like all of this stuff, like it's just so fire. Any designer you could think of, any brand you could think of, they did a video on it, and it's lengthy videos, 20 minutes plus 40 minutes, where they just describe everything that you could possibly want to know. They kind of answer all the questions you could possibly have about a designer and shit like that. So yeah, I definitely recommend y'all go to Threaducation. And now for the 4th one on my list, this is one that I kind of just seen like recently in a couple months that I just started watching, and it's called Understitch. Now Understitch, they talk about like the rise and fall of different brands. So you know, like how the one channel that did the before they were famous stuff and after they was famous, they talk about celebrities and shit like that. That's kind of what Understitched is. Like I said, I haven't watched all of their videos. Like they have a video, the rise and rise of Charles Jeffrey of Loverboy. So sometimes they do the rise and rise because sometimes designers, they just have a story where they rose to a certain occasion, then they rose again, like they just kept growing. But they low-key have the rise and rise of everybody, now that I'm looking at it. Okay, they have the rise and fall of Yeezy. They do have rise and falls, but they do have a lot of rise and rise where they're uplifting different designers and stuff like that. Like I said, I have to watch, I have to like go back and watch some of these videos, because me like scrolling through it, I see that I didn't watch some of these, like the rise and rise of Simone Rocha, the rise and rise of Who Decides War, Vivienne Westwood, like all it, like, so they talk about the same designers that these other YouTubers talk about, but they talk about like the rise and rise. So how they got to where they were, what were certain things that they had to go through to get to where they at and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know where they're getting this information from, but they do a really good job of explaining how everything, like how all these designers got to where they at and what they indulge in and stuff that's coming soon. So I definitely, like I said, this is one of the newer ones that I've started watching, and I need to like go and watch them. I need to go watch every video that they have so I can kind of have a better understanding. But yeah, those are the 4 YouTube channels that I would suggest you watch if you want to kind of get more information on designers and brands and how they got to the levels that they got to. There's interviews, there's long videos of just history and stuff like that. The thing about these channels is they're talking about a lot of the same designers, and then some of them have different designers that the other one doesn't. But the difference between them is they all touch on different topics about these designers and about the fashion industry and all of that stuff. So if you watch a video about, let's say, Kiko Kostadinov, you can damn near learn something new from each channel, because they're going to go in depth in their own way and what makes sense to them or what intrigued them to even talk about the designer. So you're going to get different things from each channel. So I definitely recommend you just put like it's 2023, so if you wanted to learn more about fashion and more about designers and stuff like that, put this on your vision board, your goals or something like that, to watch these 4 channels, subscribe and all of that stuff, so you can kind of get updated on different designers and stuff like that. I know a lot of people always ask me, how do you get to learn about fashion and all this other stuff? And it's like, you can read books, you can do all that other stuff, but someone like me, where I try to read books sometimes and I have like ADHD, and I'll read a couple pages and put the shit down, then never go back to the book for another 6 months and shit like that. I'm more of a visual learner, and I can sit down and like watch shit. Like I've literally sat down and watched these 4 channels with a damn notebook and a pen and just wrote shit down that was just really intriguing to me. And since I'm trying to like do a brand and do stuff in fashion, it kind of helps me see how other people took, like how they went about their route, and then I could take from different people and be like, okay, I want to see, okay, they did this, maybe I need to do this, that, and the third. So it kind of helps me move in a certain way. But yeah, I recommend y'all watch those 4 channels. And if y'all know any fashion channels that I didn't mention, because I know I didn't mention a lot of them because I only did 4 channels. So if y'all know some fashion channels that I didn't mention, put them in the comments below so other people can look at them joints and y'all can put me on, you know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to get put on to more channels and more shit in the fashion world as well. So yeah, put me on so I can put y'all on and we all can just get put on, have discussions about all this shit. I hope this helped, and I hope y'all go watch that shit.